Hi Ted, this is Randall Neighbors. I'm at 455 Skyline Drive, Center Point, Texas. It's August 2nd, 2024. Hey, I've got a major problem with the flow here. When you guys were out here, our test was dumping a 4-gallon bucket of water down a hole in the floor in the hall bath, which is no test at all, and flushing the master bath toilet, and you guys came to the conclusion that the flow was about the same. Well, the problem isn't just water moving through this pipe, it's if you put a load in there and flush the toilet. The problem is, and I've done extensive testing, flow testing, and I checked how much each toilet was flushing, how much water, and they're comparable. They're so close to being exact same specs on every aspect of the flow and the refill and how quickly it dumps it out of the tank. I mean, it's almost exactly the same, except there was a 10-ounce difference in the total volume of the flush from the two toilets, the hall bath being 10 ounces less than the master bath, but they're both over 3.5-gallon flushes. So part of the problem, I think, is, and I pointed out to Tommy the day you guys were all out here, that the sharp angle this toilet is entering this Y. I think it's just knocking the energy out of the water movement. It just hits that and it just knocks the crud out of it. Anyway, because this is the master bath. It'll deliver the load in 2 flushes, 3 max, consistently. So it's just a much softer angle than this hard ass angle. So I think that's part of the problem. But and I've for months I've been asking Charlie to give me permission to change this, and he won't do it. I said, well, I don't want to void any warranty I might have, so I haven't done anything. I haven't changed anything. I did drill a hole into this fitting, and Tommy noticed it when you guys were out here, so I could insert the sewer camera in there to see how well it was moving through there. And it's moving strong. I made videos of it, got them posted on YouTube, and I ran the sewer camera in there because I wanted to check, make sure there weren't any roots or anything, and there aren't. There's no obstructions. Just clear pipe all the way from the toilet to here, and it moves through here. It moves through here at good velocity. And both toilets make it down to this turn with 2 flushes. So they both clear their loads in 2 flushes around this 90-degree turn here. So that's good. So, but here's the problem. The master bath will deliver the load into the wet well in 2 flushes, 3 max. The hall bath, then the 2 major tests I did, because I did about six tests total, one with 3 flushes, one with 6 flushes, one with 8 flushes, one with 9 flushes, then the one with 12 flushes. And what they all had in common is that none of those would move the load from the hall bath into the wet well, even with 12 flushes. It wasn't until I would flush the master bath toilet that it would clear the line. And so I did a final test. I said, oh, man, I'm going to do as many flushes as it takes. It takes 20 flushes, 30 flushes. Okay, so I did that, and it did move it out in 12 flushes. So we can safely say it takes 12 to 14 flushes to move a load through this pipe from the hall bath toilet. And part of what can be accounting for that is what DeGuerra did when they hooked up this wet well. I had a plumbing company come out and give me an estimate on redoing that plumbing over there where the sharp angle is, and he shot the grade of these pipes, and from that sharp angle at the back of the house to the corner, which is 36 feet, it's dropping 4.5 inches, which is an 1/8 inch per foot. And that's what Tommy did. And then this line, I'm assuming, is also doing an 1/8 inch, but he shot the grade from that corner to the wet well, and it was dropping 19 inches. Well, crap. It should only be dropping 6 3/4 if it's 1/8 inch. So here's, I think, DeGuerra, when you guys did this, you didn't pay any attention how much drop was in this pipe, and it's dropping 14 inches to where it's hooked into this 4 line and makes the 45 to go over to the wet well. And so I think Tommy said you don't want too much slope in the pipe, and that may be exactly what we've got. The water is outrunning the load, and it's moving it, it's moving it, a foot or 18 inches per flush, but it's taking 14 flushes, 12 or 14 flushes to move it into the wet well. The other toilet does it in 2. So I'm thinking part of the problem is that sharp angle, and it may be this pipe is also contributing to the problem. So the solution is to move this wet well to the back corner of the house. The electrical, there's plenty of cable wound up in the tank there. So just disconnect that. I'll get up in the attic and move and reroute the wire and come out the other corner of the house. Should be simple. Just dig a little trench for the conduit. Got to dig around the wet well down 4 feet at the inlet and the outlet to be able to cut those pipes, and may as well just dig around it so it's be able to pull that up out of there. And then where the 2-inch line hooks in over here, right about here, got to dig down 4.5 feet to find that where the 2-inch line is connected to the 4-inch line. Dig down there because you're going to cut that and hook the new 2-inch line. And so got to have a 2-foot deep trench for 80 feet here. Now I'm saying 2 feet because that's how far down the outlet is on that 5-foot tank. Of course, there's a 2-foot extension, so it's down 7 feet, but we won't be using that 2-foot extension. We'll only be using the 5-foot tank. Okay, so I've dug this up. I'm at 2 feet, and the rest needs to be 2 feet. And I've dug down here 3 feet, but I've hit the caliche and I can't go any deeper. I use my hammer drill, but it'd take weeks to dig that out with a hammer drill. So anyways, I need some help, Ted, and I'm hoping DGET will come out and do this, because the wet well should have been here. Abel said it was going to go here, and then it ended up being put up there, but it's caused a major problem. So I'm going to move it back here. It's going to solve all problems. You'll even be able to use water saver toilets and not you do 3.5 4-gallon flushes. You'll be able to have 1.5-gallon flushes, and it will move it in one flush into the wet well. That's how it should be. Okay, so hopefully DGET will come out and help me finish this up. Let me know. But I'm going to keep working at it because it's been 3.5 months. I've been dealing with the county trying to get them to come out here and fix this, and yeah, they've just washed their hands of it. Anyway, let me know. Thanks, Ted. Bye. Over and out.